So that's it. This is Nigeria right now. Action. Today, it's a special day on the show, Nigeria Right Now with Dixon Irebu. And our guest is Chief Dr. George Moghalu, of course, the former DG of Nigeria Water Inland.
Managing Director.
Yes, former Managing Director, aspiring to lead Anambra State as the Guber hopeful for LP. The last time we had you on this show, you were with APC. Now it's LP. What changed?
Like I've always said, for any political contestation, two issues are very critical. One is the person, two is the platform. For the person, it's about you to make the decision. Probably consult your immediate family or people you discuss such issues with. It's about you, so the decision is for you to make. But the other leg of it is the platform. For the platform, it requires a wide range of consultation. Political associates, friends, critical stakeholders across the state, even in diaspora. So you talk to quite a lot of people, seek their opinion, know what they are thinking with regards to such a major political decision as to choosing a platform. So it was after all this consultation that my team, my supporters, my followers, people who work with me, came to the conclusion that we should run on Labour. Okay, for me it was a very difficult decision because it's what I haven't done before.
Yes, and you're a founding member of APC.
Yes, because I've never decamped. I don't have the experience of changing political party. So, but I was faced with the reality on the ground. And then you're dealing with people. It's not about you. It's about the state. It's about the people who constitute the state. So we now came to that conclusion, and then I had no choice than to move.
So how's it going? Have you been well received in LP?
Very well, very well, very well received, very well. Very well.
Well, the politicians will always have their plans, and of course, it's about winning election. Yeah. So, what is the chance you have? What are the chances in Anambra State?
I would have wished you did the survey yourself, because I stand the chance of being misunderstood. Okay, but I can tell you, in all honesty, that my chances are very bright, very, very bright.
And this is not the first time you're seeking to govern Anambra State. In fact, I remember, those days while the former governor Peter Obi was vying, I think you contested with him.
I came second in that election.
Oh yeah, you were under AMPP. Yes, I remember
2003.
that. I remember that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it's not the first time.
No.
Why? What is it about Anambra and your desire to serve Anambra? Or is it that, okay, you've seen Peter Obi serve, you've seen others serve, and now the current governor and all of that. Are you not satisfied yet?
No, it's beyond personal satisfaction. The truth about it is that I have a burning desire to serve my people. I have a burning desire to contribute to development of my people. I have a burning desire to change the narrative. It is about Anambra State. It's not about me. It's not about any other individual. It's about the state. It's about the people of Anambra State. It's about Anambrarians. So, and I am not too satisfied with what is happening on the ground today in terms of governance. Right? And I believe that I have quite a few things.
No, what will you be bringing to the table differently?
The major challenge government has today is that the people has lost the confidence. The government has lost the confidence of the people in their government. They've lost the confidence of the people. They have completely. So, but my major agenda is to restore the confidence of the people in their government.
How will you do that?
Yes, quite a lot of ways you can do that, by opening up, by being accessible, by creating a new environment, by addressing the needs of the people. There are basic fundamental needs that must be addressed. You see, like when the other day we were talking about the issue of insecurity. It's a terrible situation in my state. It's quite terrible, because if you take the trajectory, if you take the history of what has happened in our state, you will shudder. So, and you see, the challenge about security is that it's the primary responsibility of government. The protection of lives and property
and the welfare of the people.
And the welfare is the primary responsibility of the government to the people. And when you fail in this primary responsibility, it has a chain effect. For example, you can't talk about investment in an unsecure environment.
Sure.
It cannot fly. But government will come and use propaganda and say for this investment came in. It's not true, because even local investors who have investments in Anambra State
are having issues.
Away. No, they are running away.
From the state because of insecurity. Yeah, but the government seems to be doing something lately.
Why did we have to wait for 3 years? Is it until we all die? Why do we have to wait for 3 years? Why do we have to turn it into politics?
Yeah, because security is not supposed to be a political.
No, it shouldn't be politics. It shouldn't be politicized.
So you think that what is happening now is because this is election year?
Election year. It's 8 months to election. And then all this propaganda, all these razzmatazz is being brought in just for purposes of election.
But even though it is, you may say, purposes of election, but how are you receiving it? Is it getting the result expected?
We have not started seeing the result. Yes, they have started. They have started, no doubt about it. I watched it on TV when it was inaugurated. But you see that we must use both kinetic and non-kinetic means to address our security challenges. We must create platforms that are dependable and reliable, okay? That will, at the end of the day, make positive contribution rather than bring negative to the system. Are you getting me? So it is not about pronouncements. It is not about setting up structures, giving them names. It's about how do you use these structures for the benefit of the people.
And sustaining it.
And sustaining it, okay? We have already in the system, we have security agencies who have been there. To what extent are we providing for them to be able to provide for them the instruments, the equipments they need to do the work well? How do we guarantee the welfare of those who are risking their lives for the benefit of the people? There are things that can be done. Like I did say in another platform, I said, we are in a situation where we can reorganize, re-engineer our local vigilante. Okay, bring them to speed, train them, prepare them, equip them properly. Then they can now, because there's a way you reorganize or reform your vigilante, even graduates will be interested. When you develop a clear structure of what you want to do, it becomes structural. People will now be interested. Even graduates will like to be recruited to do the vigilante job because it becomes a paramilitary organization. Get professionals, get the retired. We have a lot of retired personnel, military personnel and service personnel that can be drafted to help in training, getting them properly documented. And they provide them the needed equipment. Then the conventional security, the military, the police that have already been there, you look at their needs, look at the challenges.
And provide that.
Provide them with the needs, provide them with vehicles, provide them with equipment. Create a welfare scheme that will protect them and their families. What are you doing for a policeman who dies on duty serving Anambra State? There must be an insurance scheme that government should be able to pay for. Get that insurance scheme working so that the people can now know that even in their absence, their families will not suffer.
That their government cares for them.
Government cares for them. That even in their absence, in case they fall in the course of their duties, that somebody, in this instance, government, is standing behind.
But Anambra didn't used to be this insecure.
No.
I don't know how we got here.
It's a new development.
And generally, in fact, the entire Southeast, particularly Anambra now, seems to be the headquarters of this insecurity state. So what do you think, as beyond a politician that you are, as an Igbo leader, is it the absence of leadership that got us here?
It's part of it. It's part of it. The absence of focused leadership is also part of it. You see, and then government's inability to do what government is supposed to do. To what extent are we addressing unemployment? To what extent are we doing it? Like I said in another platform, I said, government must invest aggressively in agriculture because it has the potential to provide employment opportunities for quite a number of persons. You see, I keep wondering, time was in this country where all our resources is gotten from agriculture.
The development of Nigeria was actually from the process from agriculture. Fact.
Look at what Michael Obara did.
True.
May he so rest in peace. Look at what he did with agriculture. And the other day I was passing through Independence Layout and I looked at the Presidential Hotel. I remember Presidential Hotel in Port Harcourt. These are all proceeds of agriculture. Are you getting me? What has gone wrong? Why
Leadership.
can't we look inwards? Must we wait till we get to Abuja to collect money? Because I know very strongly, and like Anambra, like other states in this country, can stand on their feet.
With the focused leadership.
If they have a focused leadership. Anambra North, for example, has the potential to feed the state and even other parts of the country. So, but we need to invest in those areas.
Let's take a break. How you parted ways with your party, which is the ruling party, we'll have to discuss that. Nigeria right now with Dixon Irebu. Today, my guest is Dr. George Moghalu. We'll be right back.
Well, first of all, Nigeria right now, I've earlier endorsed this program. I was among the first Nigerians that endorsed this program because you have opened the eyes of Nigerians to so many things. It's one program Nigerians, especially big political leaders, should engage themselves with. Because here you speak your mind freely, you go straight to the point, and it's making waves. So I want to endorse you and encourage you to keep doing that which you are doing for Nigerians. Not just for the politicians, but for all Nigerians. Because all information that's being given out from here gets to every Nigerian, even outside this country. So I want to congratulate you and ask you to keep doing what you're supposed to do. Thank you.
Welcome right back. This is still Nigeria right now with Dixon Irebu. And my guest is still with me here, Dr. George Moghalu, Chief. Because you are a chief. We like it. I just thought that, okay, because politics, one would say, okay, let's bring it down. And it's about service to the people. You have indeed served. And one is wondering, okay, how could it be that a founding member of the ruling party, in fact, the first national auditor of the ruling party, and having served also in the capacity as MD, Federal Inland Waterways and all of that, you left your party for an opposition party. Though you've explained, but I'm wondering, what are your chances with leaving your party that is at the center? And even talking about wanting to bring your state, Anambra, to be part of the happenings. I thought some of the things politicians say would be, that we have disconnected ourselves from the center and there is a need for us to connect to the center and all that.
It's about the person.
Is there anything that happened that led you out of APC?
Not really.
You were uncomfortable with the performance of your party?
I have tried to explain that by way of, I am somebody driven by the opinion of my supporters. It's not a one-man thing. Like I said, two issues are very critical in any political contestation. Person, platform. Person, if it's the only person, I could have dealt with it alone. And then I had to seek for other people's opinion. That be the case. I also felt that the incumbency that is unsurmountable.
Really?
Yes.
How so? This is Nigeria, isn't it?
So what?
The power of incumbency is a factor in politics in Nigeria.
President has lost election in this country.
That's a very rare case.
It's not about rare. Okay, my own case will be another rare one.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're very comfortable with where
Very
you are
comfortable.
now.
Very
Well, but how will you rate your former party's performance in leading Nigeria?
Like everybody
Because you
knows.
people helped to bring APC to power.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I played my role
Yes.
as one of the founders.
Yes.
I didn't join APC.
Yes.
I was founder in APC.
Yeah.
Yes, the challenges are quite enormous. I don't envy the president. The truth be told, there's quite a lot to be done. Quite a lot to be done. If I sit back here and tell you that we have reached El Dorado, then I'm lying to you. That is not true, because if you go out of the street, you will also feel the pulse of the people. Yes, a lot is being done. A lot still yet to be done to get things to where it should be. There is hunger in the land.
Obvious hunger.
We can't run a government on palliatives. So government must look inwards to see what we can do to better the lives of the people, to change their story. Because whatever you say about government, if it doesn't impact on the people, you're on your own.
True.
It's about the safety of the people, it's about the welfare of the people.
True.
That is principally the responsibility of government. So I agree that a lot is being done. A lot still needs to be done to be able to change the narrative.
Bringing it to the state, a lot has been done also by the current government of Soludo, right?
Yes. I try to, when somebody asks me, oh, they are doing wonderfully well, they are doing this, I say, you can't give what you don't have. I try to create an analogy, and that analogy is, in a room that is pitch dark, if you bring in candlelight, there's a level of illumination.
Sure.
If you bring a bulb, there's a level of illumination. If you bring this type of light,
Or a floodlight.
there's also illumination.
Yeah.
So it is about the category of the illumination you are looking for. So they are doing the best they can, but a lot still has to be done. They've performed, they're doing their best, but it's not.
How will you rate Soludo's performance as governor?
They've not done well at all. They've not done well.
Not done well.
No, they've not done well.
This is not politics.
No politics. Not politics. They've not done well.
But what about this aspect of zoning in your state? You're from Anambra South.
Yeah.
So you possibly will be doing one term?
Yeah, why not? I said it already.
It's just a one term.
What I can do in 4 years, I can't do it in 8 years.
So you just need one term.
I'm going prepared. And I'll hit the ground running from day one. So I'm not going to learn on the job.
What's your relationship with the former presidential candidate of your party, the leader of your party, Peter Obi?
Oh, we have mutual respect for each other.
Do you have his support for this contestation?
That question should have been asked him, but I believe so.
Politics.
I believe so.
You believe so?
But it is him who will say where his interest lies.
But from the body language and all of that.
I believe so. On the body language, I have no reason to doubt that he supports me.
But it's LP.
Also, if I become the candidate of the party, which is the first leg
of the
he will
process.
certainly work for
The candidate of his party.
And I will also benefit from his goodwill.
Yeah. He has a lot of goodwill.
Yes.
Because from nowhere,
yes.
Labour Party just came because of
Yes.
PWB. And what about the ObiDient movement? Because beyond Labour Party, there's a group that really brought that came with the PWB force.
Yes.
Are you also in touch with them?
I'm in touch with them, yes. I'm in touch with them.
There's a recent development where one of the hopefuls under LP also moved, Valentine Ozigbo, who worked very closely with Peter Obi during the 2023 contestation and all that. What could have led to that, and what do you think about him now switching parties with you? From you moved to his party and he moved to your former party.
In honesty, Val is my friend, and we have mutual respect for each other. But the decision to move from Labour to APC is entirely his. the reasons his. So I may not know anything. Only that I saw it like every other Nigerian, every other Anambra saw it. So he has his reasons for taking that decision.
What are your fears, if there are any, for this election? Being that INEC, the umpire, but Nigerians question the outcome, of course, coming from 2023 election and all of that. Yeah, the integrity of INEC. What are your fears, if you have any? Should you become the candidate of LP? What could possibly?
It's an integrity issue. It won't be fair for me to sit down and write INEC off. It won't be fair. All right? But I would rather come by the way of an appeal, okay? That INEC should do whatever it will take to redeem their image. You see, because to whom much is given, much is also expected.
True.
They are the umpires. They are the organization placed with the responsibility of giving us a credible election. You see, I look forward to a situation where after every election, the winner, the loser will call the winner and congratulate the winner. Or
because it would have been fair.
Yes.
Clear, you think so?
I wish you well. And then he goes back to the drawing board to ask, why did I lose the election? Let me plan for tomorrow. So, but that can only happen if you see the electoral process as clean, fair, just, equitable. So in such situation, you will feel very happy. So INEC has a responsibility to justify the confidence of the people. They must do everything to justify the confidence of the people, because it will be an anathema for you to toy with the destiny of the people. For me, the worst form of corruption is electoral corruption, because through electoral corruption, scallywags, people of no character, are all thrown up to occupy very responsible positions and make laws and decisions that will affect the general society. So for me, it's a very serious issue. So INEC must have that at the back of their mind to provide Nigerians with a credible process, so that at the end of the day, if you look back, you say, INEC has done well.
Okay.
A situation where we finish an election, people start saying unprintable things about
and going to court and all of that.
And what have you.
Yeah.
And at times I keep wondering, okay, look at the presidential election in America, the way it finished, and from that day the matter was over. And the nation moves ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Even
so we'll have a lot to do.
Correct. Even the states move ahead. So
okay.
I look forward to that day.
I agree. So before we conclude, I just want to please get your attention to a certain recent national development, the IBB event that happened, and some revelations coming from the book about the 1966 coup that is said now not to be an Igbo coup, as narrated all the while, all these years and all of that. And the Igbos seem to have suffered for that very terrible narrative. What is your view? What is your reaction? Quickly.
To be honest with you, I have not read the book.
Yes, but you've seen excerpts of it.
But I've seen excerpts from different commentators who talked about the book. For me, and that's why I've always pleaded, anybody who has held positions of responsibility, please put your memoir down. Because one, it helps correct negative narratives. It helps our history. Okay.
It enriches the history.
It enriches our history. For example, young ones born this year, last year, when they grow up, they pick that Babangida book, they will read it. They will have opinions. They will know what happened in the past.
Yeah.
So for me, I believe very strongly that memoirs should be written by but not only political office holders, even non-political office holders, traditional leaders, civil servants.
We should be able to document our history.
Yes, we should be able to document our history so that generations coming will be able to look at it. But the issue you raised wouldn't have been possible if IBB did not say what he said, if we didn't have that book. Okay, talking about the 1966 coup.
Yeah.
Because that narrative has been sold, and a lot of people have bought it. Some people may have even died.
Believing that.
Yes, we may have died with that in their minds that, 1966 coup
It was an Igbo
was
coup.
an Igbo coup. But now, we are now told that it actually wasn't an Igbo coup, which is a very, very welcome development. Okay? I also will wish that those who played roles in it will also be able to give us more information. Like there was general speculation, did Abiola win the election or did Abiola not win the election?
It's concluded now.
It's concluded.
Yeah.
Abiola won the election.
Yes.
Results published.
Yes.
But the only pain I have in all this is that Humphrey Nwosu
Has not been celebrated.
has not been celebrated.
And he's the hero of
Yes.
that very, very
In
process.
actual fact,
Because he was the umpire,
yes, it was
the head of the
in
umpire.
actual fact, Humphrey Nwosu should be celebrated because in the face of whatever it may be, he stood his ground and conducted an election that's been adjudged the freest, fairest in our country's history.
Yeah.
That man should be celebrated. That man should be honored. That man should be recognized by government. Because when things like that happen, it encourages the present and upcoming generation.
To also do their bit.
Because
Because they are sure they will be remembered.
good works
We'll speak.
will speak for them.
Yes.
And they will be remembered.
Yes.
They will be acknowledged
celebrated.
And celebrated.
I appreciate
So
that.
for me, I think we have not been fair to him.
Do you think the Igbo has been fairly treated in the Project Nigeria?
First of all, take it from the perspective that the biggest believers in one Nigeria is the Igbos.
No doubt.
And we have made all the stake. Go around anywhere in this country.
You find an Igbo man there.
You find an Igbo
Adding
man,
value
the
there.
moment he gets money, he builds a house there. For us, anywhere we are is home.
That's true.
Quite unlike others. So the Igbos deserves to be appreciated because we believe in this project, Nigeria, and we are doing everything to make sure that it survives.
Chief Moghalu, thank you
Pleasure
for.
as always.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dixon.
Nigeria, right now with Dixon Irebu, all we do on the show is to promote patriotism. And so we came this way to talk to a leader of note in the southeastern Nigeria, of course, aspiring to lead Anambra in the next election coming November. But some other issues we've delved into, of course, listening to him, you would agree that this is someone who has the people's interest at heart. But of course, it is still the same people that will decide who their leader will be. All that he has asked for is that the umpire presents a level playing ground for everyone, and then that, of course, the government in power now should not politicize security. By every means, history should be fair to those who also have served credibly. And these are our takeaways from the conversation with Chief Moghalu. But there's something I would always say. On the show, that very line in the anthem of our country that allows for that we may build a nation where no man is oppressed. So that becomes our own focus on the show. So that this country, if we desire it to be great, then we should celebrate those who did one good thing or the other for the good of our country. And of course, call out those who are not doing well. I see you next week on this same show, Nigeria Right Now. And as Anambra goes for the polls, or to the polls, may peace reign. Udochia in Anambra State. God bless Nigeria.